Well, I want to welcome everybody to our first session of the 2026-27 negotiations. And just to go through some, I think the first thing on the agenda is the standards, if I'm correct. I'm just going to read through them, but I think most people are familiar with them. With when we negotiate, is it legal, affordable, practical, manageable, fiscally sound, ethical, measurable? Does contract language apply to all certified staff? Is there value added to the district? Is it in the best interest of students? And is it equitable? Okay. And the next thing before we begin, I do believe we go through the ground rules, but I don't feel like I need to read them out loud unless you want me to. Have you reviewed them? Would you like me to read them? I can read fast. Okay. Um, Ground rules. All meetings will be held at a mutually agreed upon location, date, and time, which we have. An extension of half hour can be granted if both parties agree. Meetings are open to the public. Cell phone etiquette, make sure that it's off, silent. If you need to, you may step out if you need to take a phone call. How many team members do we have? 10 or 8? 8 or 10 team members will be at the table from each constituent. So that's what it says here, or 4 to 5 from each constituent. So I think it's 8 to 10 total okay. Budget requests by the MCEA will be given 1 week, 5 work days notice before the next scheduled negotiations meeting, correct? And either team may call a caucus at any time. Both parties must agree to the length. If more time is needed, then we can figure that out. Every idea is a good idea. Members will not rush to judgment. They will assume positive intentions and will confirm what they hear before stating disagreement. Focus will be on the issue, not the person. Standards will be followed by both parties when making any decisions or proposals. Members of the bargaining team will be punctual. Negotiations will start on time. And the substitute must be on the list of a bargaining member for that team if we need to do subbing. Public release of information will be a joint release. Both parties must approve the release before it is sent out. Negotiation specifics will not be discussed by team members with members of the other constituent groups. Team members may communicate with their constituent group. Everyone at the table is equal in this process. It is a safe environment with no rank in the room. Members of both teams will sit alternately, which we already have done. Decisions will be made by consensus, typically using thumbs up, thumbs sideways, and thumbs down. It says sideways for I'm going to live with it. I like that. I can live with that. Respect will be given to the person speaking. One person speaks at a time. The speaking person will not be interrupted. I have a hard time with that with myself. Outside information sources must be approved by the team. Information by non-table presenters must be approved by the team. Okay, and with that, I think we start with interests. Do we have a scribe? Introductions. Thank you. Who said that? Thank you. I would like to start with introductions. I'm going to go around the table. I guess we can start with me, huh? My name's Abby Vogt. I've been asked to facilitate negotiations. I'm retired 2 years now after a 38 career in this wonderful district.
I'm Carrie Tibbetts. I type, and I'm not going to cry. This is my last negotiations that I will be doing, and I've learned some good, some bad. I've learned a lot, but I'm grateful for the opportunity to learn and to get to know all of you guys better.
Spencer Larson, Superintendent for the school district.
David O'Brien, third year with the district, third year teacher here.
Where at?
Minidoka High School. Sorry.
Angela Davidson, principal at Rupert Elementary.
Krista Hageberg, I teach at Rupert Elementary. I've taught for 30 years. 14 of those have been in Minidoka County.
Tamara Carter. I'm currently assistant at Hebron and West. Will be principal at East next year.
Nicole Manning, West Minidoka teacher.
Josh Greenwald, Paul Elementary principal.
Brandy Millier, I teach at West Minidoka. Ashley Johnson, principal at West Minidoka.
Lauren Ocote, and this is my last one. I know you're all relieved, so don't say anything. After 42 years, district. I'm old. I teach at Minidoka, and I've had most everybody's kids.
Yes, I told Mr. Kent my story, Marin, about your senior.
Oh.
When I told her that you taught my first child, and then Adam. Yes, that was a good look on her face. So you've touched many lives. Okay, thank you for that, everyone. Yes, Sarah. Hi, Sarah. Oh, my fault.
Good afternoon, everyone. Sarah Fido, business teacher at Mount Harrison High School. This is my first time helping with this, so I'm excited and nervous. Please excuse my sloppy penmanship and spelling. I'm better on a computer. And looking forward to this. Thank you.
Okay, me too. Thank you, everyone. Ask him to turn on the mic. Okay. All righty. Okay, what is next? I guess we just went through. I've already gone through the standards and the ground rules.
Nobody turned on their mics when they were talking. So everybody was just trying to be loud, but it didn't catch it. Okay. So you can do it again.
I'll be the reminder. I'll remind you.
Okay, sorry I didn't follow my agenda correctly. I did the standards and the ground rules first before the introductions. I apologize. But I think now are we going to interests. And that would be where Sarah writes things down. Is that correct? Okay, so who do I pick somebody to start or just
They just do it. Parental leave.
I have one. The impact of House Bill 516 that is now law.
Am I okay to just abbreviate House Bill 560?
Just fiscal responsibility.
initials? That's okay. I forgot a lot of times too. Do we move on now? Is everybody okay? Anything else? I do have a question. As is it possible if there's another interest that we can go back to that and add it in there, or does that come out with the options and combinations if there's more ideas?
We've done it in the past. Yeah, we've done it in the past.
I think we can go back.
We've
Okay,
done it in the
that's what I just want to clarify that. So if anybody has anything else to offer or present, you have that opportunity. I wanted that out there to make sure.
I guess it goes along with 516, House Bill 516, but other areas as well. So lawfulness.
Okay. Do we feel comfortable with this? Okay, are we ready to move on then? Okay. If I'm following this correctly, I believe that we go into interests or options. Okay, wait a second. It says interest and then options.
You guys want to do this?
Thank you. Keep me on top of this.
Okay.
Thank you.
Stories. Okay.
So do we want to back these up with stories based on why we're bringing these issues to negotiations? Is that correct?
I think maybe I'm off.
No.
That's a very high possibility today. I think these are the issues, and then the interests
Is there issues?
are after that.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Okay, so you want to call these issues?
Or
I don't know if I'm
or
adding-
interest. Sorry, I may be using the wrong incorrect word. It's interests is what I have on my agenda.
No, that's what they are.
We've always called them interests.
Okay.
Those are the okay.
All right.
I'll call it whatever you
Should we
guys
go
want
ahead
me
and
to call it.
let's call it interests and go from there, and we'll start with parental leave, I suppose, right?
Krista should explain.
Okay, Krista?
Okay, I'm super nervous, but here I go. Okay, we believe that this is an important need in our district because it will help to replace or prevent lost wages, preventing families from having to drain savings during a highly expensive life transition. Paid leave increases a family's material resources for raising their child, which this can be also a good incentive to bring in young new teachers and these young professionals to work for our school district and then stay in our school district. So, in summary, financial security, preserving sick time, job satisfaction, and retention. So, I'm so sorry. I do. I do. I'm so sorry. Okay, let me go back to summary.
Financial security,
Financial security, preserving sick time,
okay,
job satisfaction, and retention. Okay, this is something new in Idaho, but there are examples of school districts that have done this. And two of the school districts that I have, one of them is American Falls, and there in their contract it starts with for full-time certified staff, the district will provide 9 days of paid parental leave in connection with a qualifying birth or adoption of a child. The other school district is Preston, with the district will provide 1 week, 4 working days, of paid parenting leave in connection with the qualifying birth or adoption of a child. This Minidoka County is already doing some wonderful things in our school district to help people. Oh, at Mount Harrison, there is actually the opportunity for teachers to be able to have their children go there for daycare, with, of course, the students they're having being first, and then anything open. So there have actually been 4 to 5 people who are non-MHHS kids who did have their kids go there for daycare, and it is $20 a day for employees, which is incredible. But with this, Minidoka County does have an opportunity to become a trailblazer in education by offering paternal leave benefits, something that few districts right now are currently providing. This will demonstrate a strong commitment of valuing and supporting our employees, both professionally and personally. Um, and we are a district that oftentimes says that family comes first and are very caring towards our principals, our community, our families as a whole. I do have a few stories to share of things that have happened to teachers who, because of not having this extra help. So one of the stories was about a young teacher who didn't want to use up all of her sick leave as maternity leave. She wanted to hold back a few days to use in case of emergencies, of course, with a new baby. She asked the school board for permission to do that, but was turned down. And as it turns out, her baby actually does need therapy, and she's having to take unpaid leave to take this baby to therapy. Her husband is unable to take time off for this purpose. So now, not only does she not have personal leave, she also doesn't have sick leave to use to take the baby to therapy. With no parental leave in the district, this is causing extreme financial hardship for this particular young family. For another story, we have another teacher who was deeply affected by lack of paid maternity leave within our district. She was a newer teacher, had not yet accumulated enough sick days or personal days to cover the amount of time they had hoped to take as a first-time mother. They were forced, of course, to rely on FMLA, knowing much of the leave would be unpaid once my limited time was exhausted. Throughout my maternity leave, I constantly worried about what would happen if my son became sick or if I needed additional time to care for him. I feared not only losing valuable time with my child as a first time mother, but also the financial strain of taking unpaid days off. One of the most difficult moments came when I was only 4 days postpartum, and in order to avoid losing pay for days I could not cover with leave, I returned to work on a Friday to work on an in-service contracted day while the newborn child was just 4 days old. Leaving the child so soon after giving birth was heartbreaking and emotionally overwhelming. One of the greatest fears became reality shortly afterward when the son had to be taken to the emergency room at 3 a.m. on a Monday because he was struggling to breathe. I was exhausted, emotionally drained, and terrified for my baby's health. Yet, despite the circumstances, I felt I had no choice but to report to work because I had already exhausted my leave time and could not afford to take another unpaid day. My third story, early in my career, I was blessed with 2 pregnancies. This teacher, these babies were just 16 months apart. I did not have the benefit of maternity leave and returned to the classroom a week after spring break. This teacher's body had not regulated yet. Her breasts were still adjusting to a nursing schedule, and her hormones were all over the place. She powered through it, but there were days that she cried and questioned those choices. So this is something that I think could be an incredible opportunity for Minidoka School District to put their name on the map as with this parental leave.
I personally feel that with my memory and thinking that talking about this and hashing it out, whatever. What is your opinion, sir?
Come on, team, say something. No,
Say
go ahead.
I'm a little with you. Like I'd say let's go with it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes, since it's
that one.
fresh in our minds.
We should go into the options.
To
that
the
we have.
options. That's what I was asking.
This
Thank
one.
you, Miss Maureen. Okay. Options. Do I have?
Oh, these are the sticky ones right here. Yeah, switch it out. Sorry. Yeah, this one is nice.
And so, Sarah, I believe you want to write options and then A on there.
Do the interest at the top.
Okay. Do interests.
Well, this interest at the top, so we know which specific.
Okay. Yes.
Interest
So
at
she's
the
going to
top, so
put
we know
parental
when
leave up
they're
there.
up here which options, which interests those options go with. Does that make sense?
So before we go into options, can I just ask some clarifying questions?
Yes.
And then it may lead into options as well. I'm just curious about our sick leave bank. Is that an option to use for births?
Can, I I I believe so. I do know that another thing that I actually left out was that there have been times for I know for the young lady whose son had gotten sick, she had actually been given some sick days when I don't know how you say that loaned to given donated. And also, we had I know of another teacher that I had actually donated sick days to help her during this time. So there are, you can ask that. However, that does then create a hardship for teachers who do that because me being close to retiring, uh, this can have a negative effect just because you are trying to save as many sick days as you can as a teacher. Because when you when you retire, then you can use them to help pay for your health care. So that's one of the things. Not that we don't want to do that, and our teachers are very generous and very good to each other, I have to say. And so and our principals. So that is a wonderful thing, but it is something that people have to think about when donating.
Can we ask HR if sick leave bank is an option for maternity leave? Is everybody okay with asking her? She says it is not an option for sick leave bank.
Clarification, are you asking me to put that?
No.
Right. So next is
How many people did that affect this year?
So I can say that there are 6 teachers in our school district that this would affect this year. I can also say that if we talked about, I don't know if I should even say this, but if we talked about 9 days, I just took our substitute teacher salary schedule and I just went with the very first one, just one with a current Idaho teaching certificate at $122 a day. That for those 6 teachers, it would cost the school district around, I'm estimating $6,588.
That's what the certified is, correct?
That's for the certified, yes, certified was $122. It's less if they, that was the most.
Abby, I'd like to ask, follow up with Jeannie on the sick leave bank. And why is it not an option?
Policy says, has to be a major medical illness or injury, an acute or prolonged illness or injury that is considered by a licensed healthcare professional as life-threatening or poses a threat of serious disability.
Well, the United States has one of the highest infant mortality rates in the world. So I would think perhaps that policy would need to be revised.
You do have to exhaust all of yours.
Well, that's fine. Nobody's arguing that.
That's what you don't want is to have to exhaust all your sick days.
So,
Go ahead, turn your mic on.
Yep.
so
Yep.
sick leave bank for a major medical for a child, that's still okay, right? Or no? Like if your kid did,
Yeah.
okay.
But you have to exhaust all of your days to get into the sick bank, right? But what they're saying is they don't want to have to exhaust all your days. You need to have a sick day because 2 months down the road, your kid gets sick and you have no days. So they don't want to have to use the sick bank.
Yes.
Again, that would be something that could be covered in the rewrite of the policy.
Krista, do you know what it would be for 4 days? Because you said
I didn't do, so just, yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
It'd be like $4,300
$4,300 what?
if you did 4 days.
Okay, so 4 days is how much? 4,300.
4,392.
And Krista, with the 9 days, how much was it?
It was $6,588.
Thank you.
With the
We're talking about the same 6?
6 times 122 times 4.
For 4 days.
Oh no, it's 2,928.
928.
For 4 days.
I was off of the 6. I did not do that.
I just had a question. I guess it's a business question. What's our average daily rate for a teacher?
It'd be 300s low at least.
300.
Your base would be at least 300. 330, 335 is probably a very, very rough average. With that, keep in mind you have sub pay and staff pay, so it's a combo deal.
Okay. Any more discussion? All right. Does Sarah need to write anything down for this? We can move on now.
It's all nobody's getting like, so next you would ask for
Options.
that
Okay.
was kind of like our questions discussion.
All right. I'm going to ask for options now.
On parental leave.
Okay.
State for what? On parental leave.
And
Options on parental
okay, I'm going to ask you for options on parental leave.
I would like to propose the option of 9 days for parental leave.
You have to write it just as she said it.
Oh, 9 days per parent.
I'd like to propose that the sick leave bank be rewritten, the policy.
Any more options? Or I said that right? Okay. Any more options?
Well, as one of the other districts already proposed a week only, the 4 days, if we're on a 4-day week, I would propose that.
I'm going to ask you clarifying. You are asking for 4 days paid parental leave? Is that option?
Just as an option, yeah.
Do I have to put paid days?
I think you need to clarify that you're asking for 4 days paid.
Clarification then. Do I need to go up and fix the A then?
She's the one that needs to rewrite, so since it's Kristen,
I'll finish C.
Okay. What was the? So it'll be 9 days paid.
So I revised my proposal and I need it to say 9 days of paid parental leave.
Okay. Everybody okay?
Did you do the paid 4 days? Paid. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
I'd like to propose that there be a subcommittee formed of 2 administrators and 2 teachers to rewrite the sick leave bank policy.
I'm gonna run out of room.
that's why it's sticky.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah.
Do you have more sticky?
Like when you need to have clarification on what to write, you feel just ask. Okay. Thank you. So what I was
Teachers and 2 administrators.
an arrow of A to B. Is that appropriate or should I do D? D?
Yep.
Do
And
D.
then when we get to combinations, that's why we write them. We'll say we want A, B, and D. Right.
So form a subcommittee. Two admin, 2 teachers.
Yes.
To rewrite
2 teachers and 2 admins.
the sick leave bank policy.
I have a clarifying question. Parental leave implies dads too.
Mhm.
Yes.
How many dads?
I I would say 0. I'm actually not sure. That's true.
It's probably more.
What?
Like if their wives stay at home
Right, yeah.
and they work,
Oh,
there
yeah.
probably is more.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many. That's a great question.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a question here because I'm wondering, Josh, if you want that as an option, that this includes fathers also.
It's implied. Yeah, parental.
Okay.
Okay,
Well, so then I think another option could be, in throwing out options, take either A or C or both and just make them maternity.
okay, so you're
I know in other states, school districts have been sued over that because of equity. And since one of our standards is that equitable treatment, I would think that there might be some problems if we just kept that to maternity leave.
I think also one of our things is that we take every idea as an idea. So
Mm.
I would say we write it up there. And when we come to those at the end, I don't remember what they're called.
Can we ask John?
That we check.
He's back there. I seen him.
I think that's what it would just be the tracking methodology, which becomes the livability, in which case it applies to the father as well as mothers.
So leave it as paternity parental. Is that what he said?
it's on.
Cancel.
I have one more question before. Like in the very worst year, somebody who's been here a long time, like how many pregnancies did we have in that year? Because that's really like the max cost, right? Like in the very best year when we were reproducing the most.
So 2021 after
that it?
COVID, maybe.
Does anybody know that?
I would like to propose a combination of A, B, and D.
I would like to ask for a caucus.
All righty, my
in my first contest. I'm still ask for that.
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Okay, everybody, we're going to call.
Okay. All right, team. Let's go ahead and keep continuing with combinations. Hello. May I ask for any more combinations?
Can I request to go back and add an option?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so
You
hang
may.
on.
Oh, we're gonna mess up the paper. Oh yeah, the little.
Thank you.
But would you, Sarah, would you put it as F because I have in my minutes he revoked E.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Need some help? Okay.
I got it.
Okay.
Am I okay? Everybody? As long
Yep.
as it doesn't go through the paper.
F.
Yes, thank you.
I would like the option to create a parental leave policy.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry,
Ashley,
Ashley.
don't you?
I was
AJ.
gonna
AJ.
put an H.
AJ. Mhm.
My bad. There you
No, it's okay. All right. Any more options before we continue to combinations? Okay.
I just want to ask Ashley a question.
Sure.
Did you have an idea of how you see that being done? Like by an individual? Do you want it done by a committee? What do you want it done by?
I feel like it would go through like how we use policy review to do other policies.
Okay.
All right. Let's continue with combinations then. I would like to add another option. Okay,
Okay.
another option.
Just hang on, hang on.
go. Cookie next time and burn those calories.
Okay. All right.
Create a committee for parental leave language in the master agreement.
Parental leave language in the master agreement.
Mhm.
Can I abbreviate MA? Master agreement?
That's fine.
Mhm.
I've got it here, so it's fine.
Thank you.
Yep. Okay, before I go on to combinations, any more options? Okay, are we comfortable to go to combinations now? Okay, combinations. Okay.
Two. Okay.
C and F.
Can you see okay?
Maybe, yeah, 4 days and then
which one?
parental leave policy. Okay. Got it. Yeah, I know which one. Okay. Those will be in my office tomorrow anyway. My handbook's in my office anyway, so. Okay.
Any more combinations? Okay. Brandy. Sure. Okay. ABDG.
A, B, D, and G, right?
Can we have another caucus?
I believe so. Yes. For how long, Nicole?
5 minutes?
Okay. We will caucus for 5 minutes.
We lost it.
Okay, we're going to continue with combinations and or options.
Let's continue. So I know where I'm at my things.
Okay. Are we all good? Are we ready to move on to the voting?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, Nicole.
Can I do an option?
Absolutely.
Hang on. So A, G, H. Okay.
Combination or option?
Option.
Option. Okay.
Okay.
Option.
Oh.
We write an MOU with language in it.
Nicole, do you want to clarify what an MOU is?
It's a memorandum of understanding.
Thank you very much.
It's good for a year.
Okay. Okay. Because we can now proceed to voting if everyone's okay with that.
Come on, everybody, come on. Are you ready to vote?
No, if we're not, go ahead.
I have a combination.
Okay.
Um,
Person number 4.
A, B, wait.
Yeah.
A, B, D,
G, H.
G, H.
Okay.
I'll make a combination. C and H.
C and H.
I have a question. What kind of language will it have in it? It sounds smart. I'm sorry. What kind of language will be in the memorandum of understanding?
Parental leave. I hope I'm not in the way. I don't think I need to crunch down.
I think we need a caucus for a few minutes.
You need a caucus. Is that what I?
5 minutes.
Okay, I'm holding
Okay.
to you. I'm holding that on you. 5 minutes, you guys. Let me get out of the way. All right, we have reconvened. So
Coach, normally speaking, we do like just not detailed. You should evaluate all of your options and combination based on these things.
and I'm going, and I will mention that right before we vote. Thank you.
Hey, Abby,
Yes,
I
ma'am.
have something. We did not decide on an ending time.
I realize that. Thank you, Ashley. And I was thinking about bringing that up after we have concluded this particular option item.
Abby, I'm going to propose that we decide that right now,
Okay.
just because I do better at night
At
if I know
what time?
everything's been shut down. Well, I'm going to say 7:30.
7:30 is
That would
proposed
mean we were
for
here for 2.5 hours.
an adjournment.
Yes.
And I'm going to ask any discussion. I'm going to use Robert's rules.
They could, if you can make a motion for that, somebody can second it.
There's been a motion made to adjourn at 7:30 tonight. Is there a second? Okay, it's been moved.
Then you vote on it.
Maybe vote on it. Thumbs up, sideways, down. It looks like
Okay,
it's unanimous.
Team,
Thank you. Thank you.
just
Appreciate that. I'll do better next time.
7.
I'll remember that.
Okay, got
All right, we're back to do we need to continue with options, or can we just go ahead and finish up with the combinations? Are we good with that?
Hey, Abby, can I address something?
okay, so not an option.
Nope.
Okay.
So interest-based bargaining, the whole premise of interest-based bargaining is for problem solving.
Mhm.
Interests, issues, things in our district. And I felt like we were having good discussions and good things when this was first brought up. But I feel like there's been a shift. And I think before we move forward with voting, combinations, whatever, I think we need to try to figure out how are we going to solve this problem. And I just feel like the dynamic shift is now about policy versus language in the master agreement, and it should be more of a collaborative process with the reasons why behind it instead of just a bunch of letters that feel impersonal.
Okay. Okay. And how do we change that? How do we go about doing that?
I think we need to just have some discussions on why. Like, why is this option important to the person that made it, or what is the benefit? How is this going to benefit ultimately students, but how is this going to benefit our staff? I mean, if we come back to the standards,
Yes. Yep.
what is the value that could be added to the district? What, like, maybe bring standards into it? I'm just throwing this out here. I just feel like there's been a really big shift in the dynamics, and it's not as collaborative as it started.
All right. Krista?
Well, I would just like to go back to talking about the importance of retaining these awesome young teachers that we have coming in. We have these young teachers coming in, and this gives them the chance to be a part of an amazing school district and also have the chance to have the financial security, preserve their sick time, feel that job satisfaction, and for us to retain those teachers. This is an investment for our school district, and that is why I really push more for the 9 days than the 4 days, because I think when it comes down to money being spent, I think we're way ahead with keeping these young teachers and showing them what an amazing district we are by offering this to them. I think that when they're looking at school districts, if you're going to pick Minidoka County or you're going to pick Cassia County, and you look at Minidoka County has this parental leave for them, I think they're going to pick Minidoka County.
Any more comments, discussion?
I guess I guess where it kind of shifts for me is talking about parental leave. I mean, I think we all are like, yeah, that's awesome. Like I think we all see the benefit of that. To me, it's when you start talking about the policy of it and subcommittees and putting in a master agreement, and then to me, it just complicates everything. And I'm on the policy review committee. I know that we invite MCA members to come every meeting, and you're always invited to come and discuss, and that's where we discuss policies. It does make things difficult when you have something in a master agreement and then you have to need to change a policy for some reason, and your hands are tied because it had in the master agreement. Like, it just complicates things. Like, it's really, and now being on that committee, I didn't understand that before, and now I understand why. Like, being on that policy committee when it's like, oh, we need to change this policy. There's been a problem. The issues come up. We've got to change it. Well, we can't because that got put in a master agreement, and we can't just change it. And I understand that's the whole point, is that we don't want to be changing things, but we're asking you guys to come and be part of that discussion with us. It's not like we're excluding you guys out and saying, hey, we're making these policies without anybody. Like, no, we are always inviting, members to come and be part of our policy review committee. And that's where, and things get read several times before they even get to be policy and get voted on. So to me, it's just when we start to get into this, it's just, we are now, then it's no longer, all these options aren't even talking about what we originally were talking about. Now we're arguing about whether it should be in a policy and whether we need a subcommittee with language. And like, to me, that's where I just start to go, shut down. Like, all right, I feel like we're going to be here for days talking about this. And really what we should talk about is parental leave, right? That's what we're talking about. Parental leave. Like, how much can we afford to give in our district? Like, can we give 4 days? Can we give 9 days? Like, but instead, I feel like that's where our discussion starts to go. So,
Okay.
So for me, like the addition of sick leave bank into the so the parental leave is like that's a no-brainer. I think sick leave bank. Then we have to think about like how do we deal with cancer? How do we do are we defining anyways? And so like it's another separate issue, maybe another separate interest that should be on the thing, and we're sort of lumping them together. Gets confusing for me. I'm not even sure what we're talking about anymore. So that's me.
Well,
And I was just going to, so with the MOU, it's something that we could come together and commit to for a year, right? See how it goes and go from there. So that's why I proposed that along with the 9 days.
good. This is what we needed, I think. This discussion. It is on. This is good. I just am agreeing. This is what needed to happen.
well, and I think more on that sick leave bank. Like, so, I mean, that can get exhausted really quick, right? You have someone that is like, going through, or even a couple, and that gets exhausted. Everybody has to pay into that. So I don't feel like it's fair for us to all make a decision that we are all paying into like that sick leave bank has been for a specific purpose. And we choose, like, people choose to put into it or not. But when you're talking about people having babies, we will clean that out pretty quick, and we will all have to be donate days every single year. And then at that point, it's like, is this worth it? And then if we stop donating days with those people that I mean, so that was our concern about sick leave. Like, that, I think that is a bigger thing that we need to, I don't know that it's just this group that should decide that how that sick leave bank gets used. Because right now I put it in knowing my sick leave bank is going to this specific thing, right? If we change that, that's not, nobody else got a say in that, I don't know. But.
All right. So I'm not really sure where we go from here. Do we continue with this? Do we go ahead and or table? I don't know if we table it. Come back. Do we need more information?
I think also voting on the combinations opens up more conversation of like
Okay.
why you would vote or not vote for something.
Do I have to make a new combination? Okay, I propose a combination.
So hang on.
Yeah, you do have, yes,
Page
yes.
5. Hang on a second.
Yeah.
Let me get back up.
A, B, D, H.
Okay. 6. Say it again, please, Nicole.
A, B, D, H.
B,
Okay.
D. Okay. Can I ask a clarifying question? And maybe it was mentioned, it's been a long week and it's only Wednesday. So I apologize if I can't remember and it's already been talked about. So I guess this would be for Mark. So on this sick leave bank policy rewritten, what was the thought? What was the thought behind that? Because I don't know if that was said. Maybe I just forgot. I'm sorry if you just
Well, so I just looked this up. The infant mortality rate in the United States is 5.2 to 5.4 deaths per thousand live births. And then when you look at the maternal mortality rate, that's 17.9 deaths per 100,000 live births. I was just getting ready to look up where we fall among all the nations, but I know we're not at the top of having low. All the other industrialized nations are pretty much ahead of us. Um, and a lot of women do have either their babies have problems, they're born premature, and not just a little premature. And I understand prematurity because both my kids were. But now they can keep alive infants that are born almost 5 months early. So you're talking about a baby that's born weighing 12 ounces. And that is so devastating for families. And so, those babies then they tend to have a lot of physical health problems. Many of them, because they have to be on oxygen, end up going blind because their eyes aren't developed enough to be able to handle the level of oxygen. Some of them end up having to be either catheterized or maybe they have a feeding tube for perhaps the rest of their lives. 50 years ago, we didn't have to worry about that.
Mm-hmm.
That was not, a baby that small was not going to survive. But we can do that now. And whether that's a good thing or bad thing is not something I want to debate. But the maternal mortality rate too, of we have so many women because they don't have health insurance, and maybe there's not like a family health services that serves people on a sliding scale financially. um, many women go without any prenatal care at all. The first time a doctor sees them is when they walk through that emergency room door and they're in labor, and then they die. So I just feel like that's maybe you know so my family, like many families in this area, has been hit by cancer, more than one person, and more than once. And I actually consider that infant and maternal mortality rate to be just as devastating as cancer and cancer treatment or lack thereof because people don't have insurance.
But would sick leave bank cover that? Like if you have a baby and then now we're talking a different scenario, right? We're not talking like if we're not talking like if you had a baby, right? That's maternity leave. The baby you at the hospital a day, you go home. You have a baby that is now sick and needing help. Wouldn't that qualify now for a sick leave bank? That would be a different situation. Or the baby is very sick and something's wrong, right? Wouldn't
No, for the child it does not qualify under.
the child
For the staff it qualifies, for the child it does not.
So for the staff, the sick leave bank would qualify. We're not talking about maternal leave anymore. I think those are two separate things. Like if we want to talk about sick leave bank and what that covers, but if you're talking about somebody, you know, a mother that has a baby, but then there's lots of complications. Well, now we're talking about all the complications, and that qualifies for the sick leave bank. It would be two separate things.
So, Daryl, are you sure? Because like
Not
my
the child,
teaching
but
partner back in the day took several days off, like months off from sick leave bank. Like when her kid was born, it was bad. So
Years ago, I can't attest to who and what actually followed policy. As policy is written right now, it only applies to the staff member.
But to me, that seems like a different, like rewriting sick leave policy is different than maternal leave. I feel like maternal leave, we're talking about giving days when you're having a baby. Paternal leave, sorry. Versus, are we talking about rewriting sick leave policy to all, you know, like to me, that's two separate things in my mind. I don't know.
So anyone who knows me knows I like to do things like let's get things done. So in the interest of moving things forward, can we separate those? Can sick leave bank be a different thing and parental leave be like can that be a different interest? Because I think we could work this one out. Anyways,
Are you asking for another option? I understand. Totally.
Yeah, it'd be an interest.
It would be an interest, wouldn't it? Yes. So Josh, do you want to explain your interest again?
I
Just a
just
sec. Let me get
Right.
back to the interest. Hang on. That would be
Yep, yep,
number
yep, yep, yep.
I. Okay, go ahead.
I just like to separate sick leave bank. So I just like to separate the discussion of parental leave from the sick leave bank discussion.
That's an interest, not a
So
option.
Sarah, I believe you're going to write sick leave bank.
Just that.
Does it? I'm not sure. Doesn't need to be a motion. Or just an interest. I don't think we need to motion on an interest, do we?
So that will be, hang on, I gotta go way down. Lawfulness. Okay, so it's here.
Josh, is that what you're saying? Just sick leave bank?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay. Oh boy.
now do we do options now for the sick leave bank? No. Time out. I know where I'm at. Never mind.
I'm glad you do because I'm okay. Combination. So, like those people that put the combinations, those are their combinations.
Mm-hmm.
So if they want it removed, they're the ones that remove it. Like I can't say, oh, let's do away with option one because that's not
Right.
my option.
Right.
So
Good
it's up
to
to the
know.
person that put the option up there to retract it.
So you have two options up there. Do you want to retract anything?
Two options right here. Right here.
I'm okay. But I think like we could also vote, and if
Okay, so where's the options?
Or not?
Oh boy.
can I ask a clarifying question to that? So because if we're separating them, like then let's say if we go to sick leave, then like you're saying transfer that option if we discuss sick leave. Is that what you're saying? I would say yeah. Because when we get to sick leave, you would kind of, in my mind, you would redo your options for sick leave
Oh, Josh.
policy
sick leave bank policy. I should be clear.
But that's just how I think.
Are we done with? Are we
I,
done
I
with
think,
combinations?
I'm not sure.
You can make another. Yeah.
Yes, you
Just
can.
Just let me find it though, hun. Just let me find it. That's okay. Page. Combinations be number 7. Okay.
All
Ready.
right.
Okay, I would like to make a combination for ADH.
Okay. Okay. Can I ask a clarifying question now? D includes the sick leave bank. I guess this is why I asked if.
Okay.
So you want to change it? Okay. So
I
I'm gonna
retract that and make it AH.
just A and H.
A-
Okay. I'm just gonna
Is that
do A and H.
Can I do that?
Does that
Okay.
mean we cross out 7, move to 8?
No, just go
No.
ahead. She wants to change her options or her, so just cross out the yeah. So it's just A and H.
And then you just delete it in your minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's done here.
Okay.
So now are we ready? Okay, I'm gonna go down here. Should we vote? Vote.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and say, are we comfortable with moving on to voting for the combinations? Okay. Because I know that it's 6:53 according to my clock here. So I think we want to get this taken care of. Sarah, I'm going to ask you to do something for us. Would you be, could you please read each combination so that's in our minds as they are? Now, I have a question. She's going to read those and then we vote, or does she read it and we vote on that particular one? We vote on, she reads the one and then we're going to vote.
On that combination.
Am I correct?
On that.
All right, I want to follow the procedure.
Yes.
Before we do this,
Yes.
can I take away one of my combinations?
Oh dear.
At the same time?
Which one is it?
If we're gonna separate out this,
Sorry. All right, I'm going to remove one of my combinations because if we're going to take away the separate out the sick leave bank policy, I'll remove the first combination of ABD. You want it deleted completely, Brandy? Well, yeah, because it talks about the sick leave bank, and if we're separating them out, it's okay. So pointless to spend time discussing them and all the stuff. Okay, so remove your. I'm trying to cut this down. Okay, and I'm going to remove the ABDG. ABDG. Okay.
ABDJ. ABDG.
Number 3.
Number 3. Mm-hmm.
Got it. Okay. There, that'll save some time.
Can I retract also?
Okay.
Number 4
4.
and number 6.
Number 6. Look at how fast that was.
I didn't have to vote.
So, hang on.
All right, we're down to 3 combinations. Before we vote, does anybody want to add any more combinations before we go on, or any more discussion?
I'm ready.
Okay. Sarah, would you please read combination 2?
combination 2 is 4 days of paid parental leave with creating a parental leave policy.
Okay. Thumbs up for combination 2. Oh, do we? No, wait. What did I do? What did I do?
Thumbs up.
What do I need to say? Vote. Vote. Vote says vote.
That's a good I got that.
I know. I know. I know. Thumbs up
Okay.
for okay. Time out. Do you
Okay, just a second.
are you counting?
No, I'm doing David, Krista,
Okay, hold on.
Nicole,
I can't see Mara.
Randy. Are you up or down? Okay.
She's a sideways.
Okay.
Keep them up, you guys.
Okay. I've got the nose.
You got it? Okay. So,
I have to explain why.
all right. Those of you who put your thumbs down knows I'm going to ask you to explain. So, I didn't catch everybody who did that.
David.
David.
I thought we were gonna, as far as discussing policy, not off the table as far as putting words in for it. Policy. And we're not talking about that, right? That's why that's my thumbs are down.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so what I'm sorry, but why did you say no?
Because it had policy in it.
Had policy. Okay. Gotcha. Okay, thank you.
And I believe then Krista. Krista?
Yeah, and I'm not sure about the policy language. I need to understand a little bit more about that.
Okay.
Hang on. Okay.
And who
Nicole.
else? Nicole?
I'm the same.
Not sure of the policy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And who else? Brandy?
Randy.
Brandy?
This is the one time that we can come together and collaborate, and so I'm not super keen on having it be parental leave in policy. I would much rather have it be something that we collaborate with as a team at negotiations. Okay.
Did I get everybody?
Yes, you did.
All right.
Okay.
So,
I have a question.
Okay.
yes.
How many votes, like majority or unanimous?
Everybody.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So it can be
This
yes
one,
or sideways. Okay. All right.
okay, so next.
I don't think that
It's up to you.
And I think our thought was, if we're going to give parental leave, it has to go in policy somewhere. I guess that's where that policy, like, we can't give it without it being somewhere in a policy.
Okay.
So it would actually just probably be added to a leave policy, essentially.
I mean, it could still, I would think it could still be its own policy. I mean, rather than just this group doing it too, where this is going to be for everybody. They then have the opportunity to come to, the PRC and help create it.
Okay. Our master agreement already has most of our leave already in it, so this would be fall in line with our master agreement the way it's already established and written.
all right. I'm just not do we go ahead and move on to number 5 now or
Yeah, that one did
leave
pass.
number okay, so number 2 did not pass. Am I correct?
And the next one.
Okay. So let's go ahead and go on to combination 5.
Combination 5, 4 days of paid parental leave and write a MOU with language.
Okay. Let's go ahead and vote. Did I do that right? Go for it, you guys. Need to see those thumbs. Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay. Do I see any downs?
Yes,
Okay, I
Brandy.
see down.
Brandy.
Brandy?
Okay, I voted against this because it's making progress, which I appreciate a lot. But 4 days is if we have to work on Friday, that's not even a full week. for these moms that are trying to figure out if they have to pump breast milk, if they're trying to get their hormones regulated, if they have postpartum depression, how they deal with that. And if we're truly focusing on like best interest of our kids, it's really hard to come back as a mom with a brand new baby and focus on the students in our classroom when we're constantly in the back of our mind thinking about our new baby, because we're a mom and it's our instinct. So I just didn't think 4 days, even though it's progress, wasn't enough to really show new moms, hey, that it's rough. We get it. We want to help you in this whole thing. I mean, we're in the whole business, or I shouldn't say business, that's bad. Our whole careers revolve around kids and children, and this is just putting the focus on, instead of everybody else's kids, our own kids. Thank you.
Okay. Now I saw a majority of sideways.
That's okay.
So that's
okay.
that's a
They don't have to explain themselves.
okay. And so what does that mean? That number 5 is okay? If,
Nope. It has to be unanimous. This or this.
oh, never mind. You guys aren't unanimous.
So we go to 7 now.
Okay. Let's move on to 7.
Okay, 7, 9 days paid parental leave. Write an MOU with language.
Okay. Let's vote.
Just a minute. Got it.
Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to start with Angela. I am.
Okay. As a district in the situation we're in, I just don't think that we are smart to go that high, not knowing how this is going to affect everybody.
Tamara?
Yeah, same boat. I think just fiscally responsible. I mean, and as someone that has had to take maternity leave, I would be grateful for 4 extra days. I mean, it's something, right? I think it's in the right direction, but just being fiscally responsible, I think, is the reason.
Okay. Josh?
Fiscal responsibility as well. I've never had a baby, never will have a baby, so I really shouldn't be in this part of the world. But yeah, I don't know if it's fiscally responsible or not.
Ashley.
Don't forget Spencer.
I'm sorry.
Spencer said no.
I am so sorry, sir.
Sorry.
I'm going to get back to you, though. Ashley.
I was going to let you skip me. I'm same thing, the fiscal, same.
Okay. Mr. Larson.
Yeah, definitely that fiscal impact. I know a number was thrown out, but then if we have husbands and wives both working for us and how that number gets doubled, currently we're not paying them because it's, unpaid leave, but now we're going to be paying. So that's actually an additional cost, because it's now becomes paid leave. And so I'd just like to know exactly what that would be before saying yes to that.
Okay.
I'd like to call a caucus.
All right. The caucus has been asked. How long, Lauren?
Probably 7 minutes.
7?
Good number.
Okay. Mess me. How about
Okay, hang on. Let's see.
Okay.
Returned. What time? Let's see. Where am I at? 7 returned. 7:14. Okay.
Okay. Any, I guess we can continue with this with the any more options, combinations.
Okay. Does somebody have a combination?
Can I ask to clarify something? I'm
Yes.
trying to understand about being the fiscal responsibility part of this. You already hired this employee. This is not double dipping. So our district already planned for this teacher's salary. You already planned for this teacher's salary for the year. So basically what you're looking at is you're looking at the sub pay. Am I incorrect about that?
Well, I asked that exact same question because that didn't make sense to me. But I guess a lot of these people that when you take leave, it's actually unpaid leave. So when we're actually giving them paid leave, it is actually paying out their salary plus a sub.
Just second salary.
And I understand that, but unpaid leave of a salary that you as a district had already planned for that year. You already planned to pay this teacher, let's just say $62,000. Okay,
So
that's already been planned. That's already in our budget to pay this particular teacher. This particular teacher becomes pregnant and is going to get the 6 or whatever, 4, 9, whatever it is that's decided on days of leave. And so you are not actually coming up with new funds. You already planned on those particular funds.
Okay, hang on. I'm trying to figure out. Fund.
Yeah, I'm trying to make this make sense in my head.
Sorry.
Because it's very.
No, I know. That's what I mean. Can we ask Daryl what?
I turned it off because it was on.
Or Ashley? What? Why are you asking me? Because you looked at me.
Okay.
I just said that is why we asked Daryl into our caucus to give us a number. Daryl, what was that number? And we had said something about the comment was made paying on both ends.
So you have your
To leave.
you have your sub piece, which is the piece that you're talking about, Ms. Harvard. The part where the staffing piece comes in, and it's not every case, it's the cases where all the other leave is exhausted. Our FMLA and our leave policies and those factors require leave to be used concurrently. So they have to exhaust all their leave before they can ask for sick leave bank or anything else that way. But if they've exhausted all leave at that point, their leave has been exhausted. It's now an unpaid scenario unless we add on additional paid leave. In that point, that's where you get that staff piece.
Okay, so be an unpaid leave.
I have a question. So I think Krista's question is it budgeted? So like we're not affecting the budget at all except for the sub. Is that correct?
Yes.
Is that true?
Yes and no. Budget wise, I don't think if the staff has the leave, then that's what qualifies for the continual pay of it. If they don't use leave, then it's an unpaid day. The reason for that is the services provided, right? It comes back down to most all industries. If you don't show up to work, you're not going to get paid for those days that are there.
So can I also say though that particular, I know this because I taught with these teachers. They spend days and days creating subplans for a substitute teacher to come in and do that. So I'm going to disagree that they have not given their contracted hours because they are planning for that sub to come in outside of their contracted hours.
Back up. I'm still confused. Can I back up? Is that okay? So like when we hire a teacher, we budget to pay them for 171 days, yes? And like part of those are sick days that are already budgeted, right?
The sick days are there on top of it. So they're budgeted for their full salary, 50,000, 70,000, wherever it is. If they choose to take a day off, that's where they're required to put in a leave, right? Personal leave, sick leave, bereavement leave, whatever it is to continue to be paid for that day.
So if an employee takes an unpaid day, that comes out of the budget because we are no longer paying them 425, whatever it is. I don't know what number it is.
Correct.
So the budget is here, and like it goes down a little bit when somebody takes an unpaid day.
Okay,
My
so wait a
understanding
sec,
is right.
okay, so if an employee takes an unpaid day, basically their leave is docked or their pay is docked. Is that what they're saying? Is that what you're saying? Okay.
Josh, so you've got it right. The only piece you have is on the other end of it. So if they come in not using the days, yes, the budget's still there. It's excess budget. But if they go on the other end of excess leave usage, it's paid in full and some.
Okay.
But the whole point of this parental leave is it's a perk just like sick leave, just like personal leave. This is just an additional leave so they don't have to take so much unpaid leave. So this could be used at the forefront of it. Then they could tap into their sick leave or personal leave. But it's not costing the district anything for these extra days.
Just the sub.
Just the sub. Because this is an additional type of leave for them. Crickets. Oh, that one's going to be hard to type.
Okay, well then I would like to propose another option. Can I do that?
Yes.
Just a second, let me go.
Sorry, Carrie.
That's okay. Just gotta find them. Options. Okay, A, B, C, D, E, G, H.
Other option or combination.
We're on I, right?
Option.
Good. Okay, we're Sarah and I together. Okay, got it.
Okay, my option is 6 days and MOU.
You're including both or just
6 days.
6 days. Oh, I'm sorry, 6 days. Yes, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm so excited now. No, I'm so excited.
clarify
Six-
that. You have 6 days.
I would like to
parental leave.
I would like to clarify that 6 days paid parental leave.
And an MOU, right?
No, the
No,
MOU is
the
already
MOU
up
is
there. I
already
did
up
should and I retract MOU
Oh, so just
Okay,
6
just
days of
for
paid
this.
leave. Okay,
for
gotcha.
letter J.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
I can't read it all.
You might need those.
My glasses have been thrown away. How can
Just a reminder, it's 7:22. And I think we agreed 7:30 to adjourn, unless we want to amend that, if I'm correct in saying that.
I think we can do this in 8 minutes.
So
Okay.
we're gonna add another combination. That's what you're telling me, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Combination.
do that, can I add another option?
whoop. Oh, geez, Angela, look what you did. Hang on.
bad paper?
Having to use my crooked finger. It's not working. Okay, H-I-J. Okay.
Where's your big screen?
All right, never mind. I'm gonna withdraw it.
She just put it.
I'm retracting.
Okay, no J.
Do you want to
Okay.
make?
That's right. I'm retracting my breath.
You're right, Doc. Okay. So now back
So
to
now
C.
can I add a combination I and H?
I and H.
Okay.
So that would be number 8, right?
Okay, and then we go back to loading. That's number 8.
H.
Okay.
Okay.
Hang on just a second. Okay.
Any
writing.
other combinations? Because
Yes, can I make a combination?
yes.
Can I do I?
Just a second. Whoop.
Just
Just
I.
an I.
Just an I. So number
Just
two.
I.
AC.
And
Yes.
that is N.
Good.
Or AD. Sorry.
Yeah,
AD.
AD. You're good.
You're right. You're good. You're good.
You're good.
Oh,
I mean, I just feel like it's important that, I mean, we recognize those parents. I mean, we've all
Thank you.
been there one spot or another majority. There's very few that don't have some kid of their own one way or another. So I think it's important to take care of them the best that we can. So that's why I'm just going there.
I got
3 minutes and 45 seconds.
did you say caucus?
Yes, he did.
Oh my gosh, Josh.
Yes, he did.
I think I'm ready to go home. Yes. How much? 3 1/4? I can give you 4. Anybody 5?
No.
5? All right. Are there any more combinations, options? Are we ready to vote? Are we agreed on that one? Okay, Sarah, let's look at option, or excuse me, combination 8.
Combination 8, 6 days paid parental leave. Write an MOU with language.
Okay, let's vote.
Versus
Okay.
7:29.
look at that.
So do I just to make sure?
I and H.
No.
No,
Number
do we
9.
do I now?
Do
we
9
still,
just in case.
yeah, we should, yeah, it's up there. So go ahead, Sarah, read I. I think, do we have to vote on it? Guys, this is confusing to me.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay.
I, 6 days paid parental leave.
Okay, please vote.
Oh no, now I got a filibuster. Okay.
What's wrong?
Okay.
Are
Okay.
we okay?
I's okay.
So 8 and 9 both passed. Am I correct?
Yes. So I is a shoe.
I vote on the 8 list. Will that help us?
No, because it's still passed. So I is a given. You guys always said yes to I. I is a given. It's the H now.
Oh, yeah, because oh, duh.
Yeah.
So what do we do now?
What's H? What is H?
So
H is write an MOU with language.
And I is okay.
the 6 days.
It's up to you guys. You guys can make a motion to do something. Do you want?
Is there a motion?
Do you want to re-vote on 8 and 9, or what do you want to do?
A motion to revote?
It's up to you guys. I move to revote on 8. Okay, just a second. A motion was made. Revote
Okay, there's been a motion made
8.
to revote on combination 8.
By Brandy.
Is there a second?
Spencer?
Yeah.
Okay.
There was? Yes. Are you
He
there?
seconded. He seconded it. He seconded it. It's not
I second that.
Okay. All right. So, okay.
We can't collude.
Collude?
Okay, so moved. Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, wait a
And-
minute. Are you guys all okay with the voting? Okay. Yes. Okay. Motion passed. Okay, got it.
All right, let's vote. Do you want H reread?
Yes, please.
Please reread H.
Absolutely.
H is write an MOU with language.
Okay. Write an MOU with language. Please vote.
And
And what? There's a wait a minute.
Whoa! It wasn't just a little.
Did I jump ahead?
I don't think so because it's revote on number H.
Do we need to just
8. Number 8. I and H. There's a revote on number 8.
wait a second? Are we revoting on letter H or number
The
8?
combination of the combination 8.
Oh my land. Okay. So
So you're
sorry for the
That's
confusion,
okay. That's all
people.
right. We'll get her. We'll work on it.
All right. So for clarification on Mrs. Vote's part, we are revoting on number 8,
Combination. Yes.
combination I and H.
Okay.
I, 6 days paid parental leave with H. Write an MOU with language.
Okay.
Now please vote.
Okay. Oh, Josh. Okay. You do what
Too
you
late.
want. Okay. Okay.
Okay, Josh,
Explain
you're
it.
up.
We already agreed like on 2 things, so I'm just trying to get rid of one. That's it.
Okay, there you go.
Okay.
Got that?
So, am I right? It's so it's number I for parental leave. Correct? Okay.
Number 9, letter I.
Okay. Okay. Just a second. Parental leave vote. Hang on. Parental.
leave is I. 6 days paid.
I'm clapping that out from that.
Schedule the
Whoa,
next
whoa,
one.
whoa. When's the next meeting?
Mic on.
Okay, so
All right.
gotta get. Hang on. Let me
Look at your calendars. We need to figure out another date.
come on. Why is this all of a sudden stuck? Oh, now it's stuck. What the heck?
Like, are we looking for suggestions?
Do you want me to suggest a time and a place and a? Oh,
Of
you
the
don't want me to
places
do
you're
that.
Can I ask the team, are we looking for like after school? We want to wait till school's out?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
No, because you're like,
No.
or are
How
you
about if we
doing,
don't go to graduation, we get this over with?
because we could go this Friday?
No.
No?
Can we just
Okay.
come back tomorrow and do like this?
Oh, this Friday starts Memorial Weekend, so just putting that out. Right.
And I'll just add, waiting too long, we have to have the budget, turned into the state. There's some requirements that we have to do, ahead of time, posting it in the paper with the budget hearing. Really, that is due. We have to have all that wrapped up by
Have it posted by Thursday or Friday, so
of next
Of
week.
next week?
Yeah.
I agree with Josh. Let's just come back tomorrow night.
Oh, okay. That means I gotta get this done.
No.
Oh, geez. May 21st.
You said not what? Meet and not go to school? Like, did I hear that right?
Geez, I got a lot to type tomorrow. I can do it. Right? Tell me I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. Yes, I can do it.
I can come tomorrow.
I can come tomorrow.
But we have alternates.
Did you check your calendar?
You'll need to find a new scribe.
No. I'll just change whatever I have, if anything.
First.
Okay.
21st, right?
So do we need to vote on this? There's a motion? How do we do this?
They can decide. They just need to vote on if it's tomorrow and what time.
So can you have an alternative available?
Can I give my opinion? Or I say we go clear to next Thursday. I don't think next Tuesday or Wednesday.
Next Thursday. What's next Thursday?
Graduation.
Graduation.
But we could do it during the day.
The 28th? Is that what you're talking about? The 28th?
Yeah.
What do we have the 28th for? Anything?
Just graduation.
So.